welcome to Zesty Disc Golf. Today I'm at Asante Disc Golf Course. This is a 9-hole course in Surprise, Arizona. I'm going to take you with me to play the course, and then after I'm going to list its pros and cons, and then I will give it a Zest score. So hole 1 of this course says 135 yards, so it's like 300 something feet, and then the basket's just kind of straight ahead. First disc I'm going to use is my diamond, so it's a little slightly overstable disc, which means it's just going to go off to the right a little bit. All right, decent first shot. So for this next shot, I'm going to use my Pizza Buzz. I'm going to throw this one probably forehand. Nice, nice. Should be puttable. This next shot should be about 25-ish or so feet. Oh, no. Ah, so close. All right, well, I'm going to take a bogey on this first one then. All right, just clean it up. Here we go. There we go. Almost missed that one. That would have sucked. All right, next hole, pretty similar shot. I'm gonna use the Discraft Annex for this one. And I didn't mention the putters that I'm using is the Dynamic Disc Judge, and then also the ZstyDisc Crown. So okay, so there's some houses over on the right, so try and keep it center. Looks good. Is it right on the sidewalk? It's on the other side. I don't think there's any out of bounds here that I have to worry about. And then hole 2 is 149 yards, so it's about 450 total. Okay, so I'm going to use my Zaw Buzz again for this one. So I got to get it around this light pole. So I'm going to backhand this one. That's not where I wanted it to go. That's all right. Better. I'm going to throw one more. It's all right. It's a lot down, more down than what I wanted. Kind of skipped a little bit, so I'm going to take the Zaw for this one. All right, so I'm going to go for the putt a little farther than what I'm used to, maybe about 40-ish feet or so. Oh, a little short. Do this one. That in? Nice. Nice and in, but I'll take the bogey on that. Don't want to look like a scumbag. All right, this next hole, hole number 3, it says 96 yards. It's not really much clear signage on the basket. It's usually also done in feet as well. But yeah, this one's relatively short. It's about 300 feet or so. So I'm gonna use the diamond again because I want to try and throw it to where it goes right a little bit. It's kind of the goal. Yeah, it's looking all right. I've thrown it a little bit farther. I'm gonna try another disc. So this one's the Harrier, the Lone Star Disc Harrier. See if I can do this one better. Ah, no. Not as good. That went really straight though. So I'm gonna take the first one I threw the diamond. It's also in a better spot too, in my opinion. So yeah, the Harrier, it's a good disc. It's really good for distance from what I've seen. still just trying to kind of get the hang of it, get the hang of the sport in general. Okay, so for this one, probably about, like 70 or so feet from the basket, 70 or 80 feet from the basket. So oh, that was atrocious. Let me try another. Keep it down more. Better, I guess. Still hit the tree. So hole number 3, we'll finish up on this one. Okay, there we go. My first par. All right, this next one, hole 4. So it doesn't have its own dedicated tee pad. It looks like you need to tee off from the either dirt or from the sidewalk. And I don't even see the basket. Oh, there's the basket. This one's also another short one, 96 yards. It's about 300 or so feet. Let's see. So for this one, I kind of want to go around the trees right there on the right. So I'm gonna go. The Pro Destroyer Nova. See, I don't know if I'm throwing these things right, but I'm gonna try for that. And then I'm assuming the line is, I guess the line's right here. So let's see. There's nobody near. That was a good throw. It's exactly where I want. Might be in birdie range. Who knows? It's definitely a little bit farther than I expected, but still a pretty decent throw. Better than my other one so far. All right. Oh, way too high. That was a terrible throw. Let me throw another. Let's try this one. See if we can keep it down more. Kept it down. Kept it down too much. All right, so we're gonna have another par on this one, and I'll throw from the far one. So hopefully it's par. Don't want to mess this up. Oh, I messed it up. It's a bogey. That's unfortunate. Unfortunate. All right. So I just added my score to U-Disc, and apparently the first 2 are par 4s. So the third one's just a regular par 3. So apparently I'm only 1 over par. So that makes me feel way better, even though I think they're a little short. That's got to be short. I don't know if I agree with that necessarily. So, okay, this next one is 73 yards. So this next one is 73 yards. 73 yards. So they just keep getting shorter and shorter. So, all right then. It's fine by me. Basket's just pretty much straight ahead. So I'm gonna try and throw this not over the wall. Hopefully it doesn't get away from me. If it does, I guess I'll go get it. All right. Oh, that's a great throw. Oh, that was a great throw. I don't know that Super Saiyan noise I made, but man, I really thought that was gonna be an ace. It's kind of never had one yet. Been playing for about 3-ish or so years on and off. Try to play like monthly, a few times a month, at least. So, but yeah, never had an ace, so that's maybe that's another thing to this series. Do a road to an ace. So, all right. So I guess this is gonna be my first birdie, unless I absolutely shank this, which I didn't. Let's go. All right, first birdie. All right, so for this next hole, I'm just gonna use the annex again. It's been treating me right. I didn't know that until I think when I was playing last week. So this one is probably another par 3, I'm assuming. And then 87 yards, and it's just right up the hill over here on the right. So let's see. Hopefully I can get some with it. All right, don't go over that wall, please. Please don't go over that wall. And it didn't. Right up on the hill. Nice. 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 So this ended up a pretty decent spot on the hill. So should be puttable. I don't know, 30-ish feet or so if I had to guess. We'll see. So I do not have a good track record today of putts, and the wind is slightly windy, which is weird for Arizona. Oh, swing and a miss. Really close though. Really, really close. That was decent. All right, this one should have been a birdie, but apparently it is looking like a par. Hopefully, unless if I miss this. Holy shit, I missed it. Wow. Isn't that embarrassing? All right, let's try again. I swear it's the wind. Hey, would you look at that? Totally not a bogey. Totally not a bogey. So I kind of wanted to get into my goals for this series. My main goal, I initially bought this tripod that I'm using on like an Amazon resale auction website. So because I wanted to kind of measure my form, and I kind of wanted to see the mistakes that I was making and try and fix them. So that's kind of my initial purchase of this. So kind of goal number one is to get better at disc golf. I'm still working on it. You know, I've been playing for about 3, I think coming up on 4 years now, but kind of off and on. Haven't been playing a ton. So that's kind of the first one. I want to get better at disc golf. The second one is I've kind of noticed that only a handful, specifically in Arizona, only a handful of locations really get recognized, and that's going to be Red Line, which is right next to Cardinal Stadium, Fountain Hills, and then also Shelley Sharp Memorial, which are all great. I've never played Fountain Hills, but they're all really, really good courses. But I do kind of want recognition on these other ones, because these other ones are really good. Like this one so far is really great. It's a really nice course. It's brand new. It just opened up this year sometime, and right now we're in April of 2025. So it's nice. It's a very nice course so far. A little short. There's definitely some critiques to it, of course, but there's kind of critiques to every course. So that's kind of the second one. I do want to be able to give recognition to all these other courses in Arizona, because it is also, it's nice to be able to go to YouTube and look up what the course looks like, So there's not really a ton of record of that. So, and then the last one is I would just love to travel. I would love to. I want to start with Arizona because it's obviously local for me, but I would like to try and branch out to other states. I mean, I visit California often. I visit New York often. I'd love to kind of just get a record of a ton of disc golf locations, and that way, people have them. People can kind of make their own determination on them, but they see what they look like, before getting into it. So, all right, this next one is comically close. So, I guess I'll just use a putter. I don't know which one to use though. I guess I'll use the Judge. 52 yards, 150 feet. a little weird. Closest I've ever seen one. So, all right, let's let's see if we can do this. Oh, yeah, it looked actually decent. Looked actually very, very decent. All right, hole number 7. The throw is good. I've never really actually thrown a putter as if it's a driver before, but it's a good experience. I was worried I don't want it to send it over the wall because I'd have to really backtrack a lot to actually get it. But so this is for birdie, which I get it. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. All right, hole number 8. This one is 98 yards. So I'm gonna just assume that it's a par 3. And this one looks a little bit trickier because you do got the tree right here. So definitely looks like I'm gonna have to go forehand on this one. Now which forehand might that be? Honestly, I like the Nuke SS, the way it throws. It's kind of cool. I don't know, it's great. Got it from Discraft HQ in Glendale. So I'm gonna forehand that. Let's see how it looks. I just got to get it around this tree. See, I don't want to go up and over. I'm not good enough, and that's a little too risky for me. So I'm going to try and go just to the right of the light pole. Try and go right of the light pole. We'll see how this goes. Yeah. So just to the left of the light pole. It's exactly where I wanted it. Couldn't have called it any better than that. Okay, so we're not too far away from the basket. So I'll just throw my putter. Just throw the judge again. We'll see how this goes. You know, let's forehand. No, we'll backhand it. Backhand it. It's a little windy, so that kind of complicates things a lot. Whew, almost hit cage. That would have been nutty. I would have cried. Okay, so yeah, putter. All right, this one is for par. Should be easy to get. Imagine if I missed that. That would have been great. All right, very last hole, hole 9, 142 yards. So whatever that math is, 320 something? Sure, I don't know. I'm not a math whiz. So, okay, last one. I will do, my favorite disc of all time, starting last week, is the Annex. So I'm gonna try that. And then it's just directly behind that gaggle of trees, I guess, if what you want to call it. So I'm gonna try and throw up to the right, and then it should come back down to the left. In an ideal world. This world, I don't fucking know. So. It's great. I don't know if it just went through that tree thing, but if it did, that was calculated. So I said this hole is about 320. It's about 420.
Sorry.
I can't really do math. So, yeah. That's about it. Okay. So this is pretty far. I will go with my buzz. And I think that should be good. Do I forehand it? Backhand. I might just forehand because there's a little bit of mud here. And I don't want to eat. So. Yeah, that's not what I wanted. Nice little circle. Okay, well that's embarrassing. Okay, perfect. So again, about 100 feet. 90 feet, something like that. I don't know. I got bad depth perception, so let's see how this goes. That looks nice. Okay, it's a very good line. Very good line. Could use more power. All right, and then last hole, since it's only a 9-hole course. Look at that. Shine bright like a diamond. I don't know if that's a bogey or a par. I'm gonna say that's par. So to finish up on this, Asante Disc Golf Course. You know, this is Surprise Arizona 9-hole course. It's a good course. It's nice and fun. It's very beginner friendly. So I'll get into my pros. So the first pro to this course, I think, is that it has very good baskets. They're not cheap baskets by any means. They look pretty nice. They're like good quality chains and stuff like that. Stuff stays in the basket. That's all you need to know. The next one is well maintained. It's very well maintained here. It's a brand new area. So I kind of figure that it's well maintained. I mean, this course just went in, like I said, 2025 sometime. I don't know, probably a couple months ago. So it's just nice. It's nice. It's a nice green belt. So it's very maintained. While I was, going through recording and playing this, there was a lot of people out here, just making sure that it looks good, and it is. It looks very good. Then the next pro for this is that it is very beginner friendly. I would say it's an incredibly beginner friendly course. If it's your first time playing, I think this is a good one to come out to and just kind of get a feel for everything. The only problem though is if you're throwing like super hard, you might get into people's like backyards and stuff. So I would probably recommend just kind of maintaining how you're throwing it, just to kind of get a feel for it. Some cons that I have is that it doesn't really have good parking. Where I'm parked right now, it's like right next to houses, and I'd rather be parked in a parking lot, just because I don't want to be a nuisance to people by any means. The next one is that the signage is not the best. Everything goes off of yards, which is kind of not normal for disc golf. I've seen everything is typically in feet. I mean, everything is labeled, so I can't, kind of fault them for that. So, there's holes 1 through 9, they're all labeled. And then the last one is that the tee pads are kind of questionable. They're a little short, and I feel like wider tee pads might be better, especially if there's rocks right next to it, because you don't want to like roll an ankle or tear something. So, but yeah, so that's kind of the pros and the cons. Out of 10, what would I give it? I think it's a solid 6.5 for the Zest score out of 10. I think it's a really good course. I think it's fun. It's pretty quick, if you want to do it like right after work or something like that, because this isn't a neighborhood. You'll do it right after work or something like that. It's a good course to come out to and just kind of throw it around and just kind of relax a little bit. And since it's newer as well, there's really not that many people. So as of now, but you never know how that goes. So, but yeah, so thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and push notifications. Help me out.